I don't hear motor so
oh, I may have Bernard Kwesi or say this is in Cocoa around the Cocoa right under the Kwewu Mountain. I knew there. Okay, I may hear that say. Kwabena choices or say what's happening in Ghana. Really to us now.
So you share the next video neja. Ya mami numi die ebi gu yenima sepa na ba konso eja wakwa akoya ade ni biom. So wa what ase omo we shops mo na omo we antoma ne nkeka ho. And I see obi phone. You see trend bi aba na we di obora shop ho. O share na me say you see we a phone. Mami ni mitu chama no sebo. O we a phone na watena se kakra na ase bibi ya ne kakra ni nyina staff no na wafa kakra no obi anhwe na afrim. Oko mama yensha na afi yemfisi
yenhwe
yanche no o de ko inti phone no e na ehye soro no wo ti ofa ye no omo ehu no
vempa na mami was out
e na cheso ntumi kono de ese boy nyo ntumi nko nti no ogina be say 30 minutes e gina o sa na wa sha mo sa konya na esu yo no betena so kakra na wa sorry na chese odi akola ni kra be di agro kakra chese oye ne wo hwie enye yi opɛ kwan afa so apie e na hwenkrofo wo shop ni mu nyina obi ehun so sa wa ye den wa fa phone no na wa fa sa chese ogina o nyina o monitor ya na sebo kwan be mu a okɔ we film fast wa ya fast akɔ me se show ogina ho mami ni sisi nya ne ya
onu su gina onu mu bisa ne se opeden
so omu di nkomo no ne omu bo nkomo what you say nti aso ye bo nkomo no so bobi na hwe na wakwa kotena na wafa obekwa akonya na obetena so de mu nhwa de obetena akonya ne so kakra na watwen
na more shops me say mu nhwe trend me because I say week bia ye nya report
mu fa nkwa echie kakra se bo hu salary wi afo no fa kwa echie kakra bi hwe ode ne nsa ba ko hwe we eno de fa phone no
Itadia kese no mu nhye ne ko
chese onyayo de babo meat pie ne so
one of mass distraction
eno betena akonwa ne mu eno otena se kakra
na ke hokuna yi
kono nya sebo kono nya de papa na hwe se nya ho achi wi hu to ade hu to me nko che oko
ke ni tema ope ode ko
oba nche no
anan omadam go se ni osi ni omudi nkomo ye bibia
sebo
e be regular customers we ombetimi we anhwa no bia kwa enye camera nke ye de be share
sales girls no
rastaman bia we betwem
wa betwem wo a wa bo ewe
so innocent rastaman enye camera do
ye fancy na counselor ba
ayo
rastaman de
last
shows as a we na
but say the counselor abeka yensa ye beda nyamiase ni amana counselor akwaba
yeah, no, I want to say.
Bibi
aboko there.
Bibi aboko be pia
council. Ale we nyejuma.
Kase na
nyejuma na October so eba.
Kasa na nhwe.
Nyejuma.
Eba.
Debi.
Ntina.
Emba.
Ma kwa Mike ma counselor. Na ye to aso.
Jime dia na.
Eti o Facebook bra Angel 102.9 FM.
Si out nenga.
Yes.
Si out nenga.
Perfect. So be ma on eso ke bia ma be na.
That's it.
Cause me gidi so oye.
Adum ahweye na be careful.
Ahweye ne be careful.
Enyepe.
Okay.
Ahweye be careful.
Enyepe.
Ahweye.
So be see hweye.
Ahweye. Ahweye. Be careful. Enyepe. Ahweye
being careful.
And ahweye
be careful.
Each of them has a different meaning and why when we use why we use. Oh, well, nobody can beat me in the debate.
Arguments.
I will give you the behind the scenes of the research, not the research itself. So what I say will provoke you now to lose your grounds. I never want to be a politician.
Would you ever consider that?
For the sake of my children, I won't do it.
Even if you can, to help.
I'll serve Ghana the way I'm serving Ghana, because there's no any other person who has more authentic authority, wisdom, and knowledge on relationship matters than me. Nobody.
So that's your gift.
Nobody can do it. You can try, but you won't go far. I've been doing this for more than 30 years. Yes, from GBC2 radio to now. There's no more SW. So I've done well. And I believe that everybody has an image God gave you, a talent God gave you, a gift God gave you to serve the nation. So for me, I believe that relationship issues, I am an authority over it. And it's an international standard.
Okay, Semiana, last week in your reaction,
yeah.
Okay, said marriage is not for friends. Marriage is not for now for some some people were reacting. Say and then I'll make us say if yeah,
the ceremony is not a wedding. The Cap 127, the legality is about the intent. It's about the intent, not just the intent. The first thing is the intent and the things that you need to know so you can enter into marriage. So the laws doesn't look at the celebration. So how many maid of honors you have and the law doesn't look at it? No. As a matter of fact, the witnesses that are needed are 4 witnesses. Yourself, your spouse, and your clergy, your mother and father, or whoever you want to represent, you understand? And those are the laws. And especially when we have now come to, and I want to put this caution and this caveat out there that you're careful, because if you marry in a church that the church is not licensed, your marriage is null and void. Okay. If you marry in a church where the man of God is not gazetted, your marriage is null and void. Mind you, the church doesn't have marriage. Marriage is by law. And that is what we call the civil marriage. There are 3 types of marriages. Me and Sana Yekan was the last time. Yes. We have the traditional, the customary marriage. We have the Mohammedan marriage, which according to record, 98% are illegal. I mean, it's there. And then we have the civil marriage, which is 1 man, 1 wife, with the ring of bigamy, the one you are wearing, the one I'm wearing. I mean, the mistake I have done. But thank God, I'm still managing this negative mistake of mine. You see, so yeah, can't wait. You know, my what I say, what didn't you call a grow? Made of one I did a chi. This is the idea. And some for
obituous or per se, you know, under yeah, no, yeah, grand
and fire who is friendly fire who. But the most important thing was the certificate that you carry. Are you aware that when a man of God stands in a church, you ask, does anybody have anything to say? Even though hold your peace, an illegal statement. Whoever comes out is a destructive element and can be sued by law because you declared 21 days of bans and can be abused. And number 2, say there's nothing like church wedding, a garden wedding, a beach wedding. There's no law like that. You can have the ceremony. You can celebrate the wedding at the beach. You can celebrate the wedding at a pub, but you cannot carry the register to a pub because the law is that where is the licensed premises? The premises you're marrying must be licensed. That is why after we pronounce you as husband and wife, you can only even kiss by law as husband and wife when you have signed. So the act where churches allow the couple being presented, then they go and sign, it's also illegal. What about here? So as for the ceremony there, with you can bring 200 people. Even traditionally, we are abusing the right of the man coming in. The man comes in alongside with the uncles or fasi, aunties in the for Obama. Yes, Obama. Papa nyamba. And I know about ever be jump back today. Say me wali Rosia. Me papa. Me papa nyamumba. Oh, that's here. Me papa. My aunties. You see, Beman over here. My aunties are supposed to come and present me in the marriage ceremony. But he said, "Afraid boys, not to go mudiwechi. Reckless boys who are drunk, indeficient boys who don't have knowledge in marriage.
They are not being fair to
pub boys, drunkards, who don't know what they are doing at the moment. Chain smokers who are under the influence of weed, cocaine, nicotine, and are following you making nuisance. So there's no left hand. What they are doing, they don't know anything.
Papa ye duo trouble.
Because at the
end of the day, in the marriage structure, we have only 2 groups: the man's family and the woman's family. In the traditional circle, the man's family sits at the entrance of the house so we can sack them anytime we want. The woman's family sits inside so they can run in case there's anything. There's nothing like friends from angel, friends from the church. There's nothing like that. You can't label things. So whoever misbehave at the grounds is your family member. So you should be careful who you follow to the place.
Boys, so much chat at the back.
Jimmy. I mean, the event, they don't know what is going on. After event, just see Charlie. Now the name who should growl. And the fire shit. I could be a worry. Kakrana, Aquaba, Breno, Mortar Guinness. Send a malt. A Guinness. And she come Mexia, not the cock nest so. No, I bet 2 and a year. And the time I can't say, Obe proposes to us, I didn't matter.
Why go back?
Also, koi. No, I'm going to say, I will require 2 shadows. I never have us. Now, you say, Jimmy, I can't have it.
I don't know where Jimmy are going.
And the wife say, oh, Goku. And the wife think I say, oh, Goku. Or so today. Once in a while, the book has I need lost. Like 2 weeks out, I'm saying, so what did you do at the place? Because the councilman who should crowd boys. I said, I'm very wrong. Now, what you one break you up and treat cigars and boy, David.
Oh, yeah.
What? So what was the reality? And the law says you should not do this in any form of duress. Okay. You should be clear. Yeah. So what you can't do this under the influence of anything. So you can't. You can celebrate, but Charlie, you following boys no be addressing the morale. There's no morale. You Obia the one that do you need a morale to have sex with your wife?
But that's what he carry.
Before marriage, sex is different from after marriage. If I'm not married to Rosie, I can give her all the sex she wants. When I'm married, I'll lose the sexual drive for her.
How?
That's what that's it.
The fastest thing that kills the male organ is marriage. Because distraction. What keeps women very, very sound during sexual intercourse is marriage. Because they feel safe, secured, sound, and richer when you marry them. But we feel deficient. Because if you marry Rosie today, it's after marriage that you find that another lady is more better than Rosie.
Yeah.
But you see, make us read a story for the day. I listened to a little bit of Pastor Love presentation. It's condemnable.
What he said.
Pastor Love, what Pastor Love did is senseless.
Yes.
Pastor Love, Jimmy, Obin Catcher said, Jimmy, no. I go so when I say, Pastor Love, ye nipa yet, yes, Pastor Love, ye nipa, or ye nipa, or what thinker, our feelings. Do you know how long Pastor Love ni Obaba Christian? How many years now? 14 years. What?
Awesome.
The roof rats, the mess that went on in this country after someone cut down the drain. Everybody spoke. Yakase akogu. This question you bisa Noah Christiana Love ex-wife Kasa de Slay. Does it deserve this deficient, loose, indecent way of speaking as a man of God? Who dare you? Who are you?
How dare you?
How do you do this to us? And then, only Christian love. What do you think your children will come and say? What is wrong with you? If you can't manage your emotion, seek for help. Go for counseling. As somebody you don't love. And then, baby, you cut off our home. Save you. Say, did you understand what you are saying? Say, I mean, are you okay? Are you normal? Tell me how. And everybody's quiet. You see, somebody will say, why won't you address Pastor Love on phone? No. Why was he doing that thing in darkness? Say, who have do that? Who did that time? Busume Baku. Are you okay?
Because no kind
it's inefficient to play already. You understand? But it's hurting that 14 years down the line. If Christian Love, your former wife was a bad woman, why are you still not married? Look, Basala, Obi and Suru. Mina make us Obi and Suru. But we and yet. And so be again say, hey, Basala, dear, who can I say, Obe radio station, make I do my FM. I do my FM now. I'm within home come Saturday. No, what's say? Sadia can electronic do be any.
What the other boy was is out there now.
Our bedding say,
display.
Yes, now.
No, but it is not right. It is not right. And yet, because she's a woman, but it is not right for such things to come out of the mouth of a man. Look, if you are broken-hearted, he says that for the Spirit of the Lord is upon me to heal the broken-hearted. It's a gift in the ministry. You can be broken-hearted. But what I told is, what can I say? But see, now, I said, no, see, oh, and yes, sir. Now, say, me cruise what draw me. Many no crying na ya bon. But you can't say, Onupono, or when him kakra send me. It was just a passing joke. Now, say, Memo Bodi, baby, what do you mean? That is your ex-wife. Over Bodi, sir, where you ask a problem, it's only no one. And this is why I tell people before divorce, seek for counseling. During divorce, seek for counseling. After divorce, seek for counseling because you can't destroy yourself. What is it? Say 14 years now. Last month, your child is 14 years.
Oh, 16. Last month.
What is this? If you are hurt, nobody forced you. Say baby, I'm Jimmy who cry for our crap. Me do one of done it. Would Jimmy now done it? I don't like. You see, and it's look. It's been a dent on the clergy. I saw for it, and that's mama here. It's been a dent on husbands. What must I say? I want to die with my power by force, and you're forever. But it's here so much. If you think it's irritating to you, so what do you expect? You expect your wife to die? She will forever appear. Obia fadia dear. Maja wa mi obia na to me so boy. I'm really teasing him. Wa mi obia someone loves me. Ma to me so boy. I'm gone. I'm run. What is that? Nyaman be fire stray. My auntie say, oh walimpo elegantly. Nia who say, yeah you baby baby. Na krodo so ya gina faako enje nimguase. Stop this disgrace. So what is your problem? Menti bo so otro nyu baby. Na wa tro mama Christian Love. O sifiti dama me ko ye nko ade. Nu ame ye nyina me na me tro. Enemy kunu. O si current source enemy kunu na tro. Wo de na say no si otro ma, no si o. O me ni nyina abom. I saw it like one of the passing jokes. Pastor Love, congratulations that you are angry. When they play you this video, it is me, George Lutot, the authority on marriage in this country. I say, if you are angry, seek for help. Call me 0277 Pastor Love 609 644. Leave the radio station. Come to me because what you are doing, it's not because she's a woman or she's a brand, but you are disgracing yourself with the choice of words you are using on social media. Good night.
Letter. So say hi, Sebo. I've been living with guilt for the past year, and it all started when my wife had a chance to study abroad for a few months after our marriage. After my wife traveled, I became very lonely and picked up the habit of hanging out with friends. And through that, I met this young customs officer who didn't know I was married and still doesn't know because we don't live together. And as I speak, she's 4 months pregnant. I'm tired of telling lies and I'm confused because my wife had been really helpful to me, especially when things were bad for me. And this girl who I've gotten pregnant with is also very innocent and loves me, but I don't love her. All I wanted was a casual affair, and now this is where it has landed me. Should I tell my wife the truth before she comes to Ghana in December, or tell my secret lover who is pregnant the truth? I'm just burning out, and sometimes I feel like committing suicide. Help me. Abante patches so worry and chibia na ne itu kwan kwa nchi koto na dusia. So na obey lonely pa na oyɛ sɛ sabre de obepe enafofo na kyɛ sɛ onyo wo pie. Na mo pie mu a na kyɛ sɛ omko hia customs officer yi. E na kyɛ sɛ okote car ne so. But onu pa de ba no do ando no. Na yɛ sɛ de ne fa kwa mu keke. E de agye nani. Now, so I shall again the Donipa again and see innocent. Samson and the year no wabru chino, or no dear. Wabuane pa, in fact, near me yet deno. The yena, Susu, Moa, Copim say, or Saint Jinaya, or Mutu Quayana say, or Mutu Quay. Ye can say customs officer, we shall do it. Get in 4 months. Customs officer need me, sir, obey me, our input, and now put say over here. No pa dia o kan krena che dia on do customs officer so get ni odo ne pa na ohun so kan krena nche customs officer no ana so kan che ne ye no because ne ye no beba December ya na ade ha no e ya no pose eto de ye ne se onje ne kra infio no an so ku ne ko infio asase for asase so ohia moa counselor then now be catch
me that say bo say wanyim oba foforo wo oyire chi say ekunu ene say wanyim oba bi say abrante a onwale ye two different states in the life of a man. If you are a student that you are paying your fees and you put another lady in a family way, the story is different.
Okay.
Listen to the conversation very well. Say we are branch we see so abia or SS and I will even first year level 100 and I even level 400 when university won't graduate and start here juma. Now only about baby diagra in samba. The announcement is different. So as soon as say we hear juma mpo now for baby and be fie and koye and one na nyim na announcement is different. Wa walen so now what yere na uko fa o yere chi na uko nyim oba announcement so very very different. But among all the 3 or 4 I mentioned, the most easiest one is when you're married.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, worry. Now, Konimobia, and then it can be easy. Sing, Nina. Rosie, maybe awesome. Kafro, 1 hour later. Una ukuna worry that I say, I would dream with over tower. Yes. But yen kasa branche una ani custom officer ya wambo amane e na wanye mama no yen fa subo no bo branche no nye wuna na yen fa mbo
me
why omote ne nka de
Rose bra boga mic
yen te menka se boss counselor se me pese me se obi fi
unim se wale o
na me nim
wambo amane we share branche yi as obi awo if I say hampo any custom we adwuma wo ha na we share me whether I'm married or not unim na se si awanye microphone e kasa obichi no omka adwuma no ana dey
yes mo kasa
omka adwuma no
omka adwuma
here for group see me na manyem. Will you blame me for impregnating you or you blame yourself for getting pregnant?
I'll blame myself.
Money blame me because someone cannot grant you.
So at my age, I was saying me who said be my family, I I'll blame myself.
Well, what you are but also abedada.
Are you that cheap to make babies for a man to marry you? Ask yourself the first question.
I'll blame myself.
Are you trying to start life with babies? Are you at the crossroads of your life where pregnancy is the itch for you?
Sounds like a contraceptive.
I'm making an advert for contraceptive. No, but that's the first thing we should ask ourselves. When the letter came from last week, I asked myself, a young lady that is going out with me, whether I'm married or not, should you get pregnant for me? Pregnancy is not by men, it's by women. Because men can impregnate every time, because every 24 hours we produce healthy spermatozoa. But it is for them, pretty ones like this, who go through a phase and a cycle every month to release eggs to meet a healthy sperm. So when I'm sleeping with you unprotected, not under duress, not rape, and you know where you are heading towards, what you want to have, why do you give yourself the luxury of having a nice unprotected sex with me? All right? But not find an antidote against pregnancy.
Yes.
I know most of you will not agree with me, but I have never sat on any station, any radio, or even on any network to allow anybody to agree with me. Because I was called alone. Even my wife who watch me, she doesn't agree, but she's watching. How much more you, who have no locus in my life? It's airtime they've given me. When my time is over, they sack me, I'll go. But what I said is left there. Ask Kofi Aduma. He has managed me for how many years now? There are times I speak and Kofi Aduma goes confused, as if he should go up, but he's still sitting. And 10 years, 5 years, 8 years down the line, what I said, because it is on record, he comes back to say, okay, Auntie, I say. So if I really want to follow men, the things I say, I will say. But I'm saying, say, yes, you are married. And the other loose statement is that no man can be lonely.
No man.
Hey.
No man can be lonely.
No.
No.
Loneliness were created for women, not men.
Oh, really?
Men can never, any man who says I am lonely has a mental deficiency. Or a dream. One of the things God gave men was image. Image. When God created man first, he said, let us make man where? In our own image. So every man represents God. I am a God. I am a photocopy of God. I speak like God. I act like God. I am never lonely. So when you find a man saying that I feel so lonely without you, oh boy, how are you? Oh boy. Before the marriage, he was living with who? Dogs, animals, donkeys. If a woman says, I am lonely in your absence, brother, I will salute and say yes. That is why when my wife sends me a message from the US and I don't know what to do to myself again, I feel so empty without you. She's right. But I won't respond and say same here because I don't feel empty without her. No, she's watching. I've never felt empty without her.
But she feels empty without you.
I acknowledge the fact that she's a woman, so she feels empty without me. As for she being faithful in America, it is her choice.
So what do you
I am not me.
Look at them.
So if men are not lonely, then what do they become?
You are supposed to be active. The next thing God gave man was ideas to create. That is why any man who sleeps before 12 o'clock is a stupid vegetable. Sebo, 12 o'clock you are asleep.
12 a.m.
You are asleep. Are you okay?
But what time are you supposed to sleep?
Are you okay? You are sleeping 9 hours. You are sick. See your rasta. You are sick. Sleeping 9 hours. And I got to work at 4 o'clock. So what do you mean?
I'm tired.
Hey, I call you at 12 o'clock. No matter. You are ashamed to humanity.
Oh.
Man, you don't need 9 hours to sleep as a man. You need a sound sleep. 20 minutes can recover you. Because you are an image for the family. You are a leader for the family. You are the thinker for the family. You are the one who make decision in the evening of the day. Now what da? This is what you do. Mirror. Mirror cromfo.
Hey!
I'm now true. One more. Hey, Kalu. So when a man says I was lonely in your absence, and that is the reason why I went to have a relation with somebody, he is lying. Number 2, he made an honest report that I didn't go in for love. I went to eat and pregnant. Is right. Because we eat things that we are not ready to keep. We came to pass through. We want to write our signature in that walls. So it is left with you to protect yourself against the debris we will leave after renovation. But here we are. Wakakoye, nyen sava. O bisa say on catch again say wawale ana. Na sa announcement nene be amagero. Unless you've had a discussion with her, say, Rosie, I'm going to marry you. Now, and if I tell Rosie I'm going to marry you, and Rosie has agreed, and I come back to tell her I'm marrying you, but one of the things I've not told you is that I have a wife already, so you're going to be a second wife. And she says no. Now, who is in trouble?
I'm in trouble.
I am married, and I love Rosie. I want to add her to the wife. And she's refusing to be a second wife to me. Who is in trouble? She's in trouble. I'm okay. And there is nothing that a man should feel. No man must feel timid and have a spirit of fear that you are married and you have a child out of wedlock and you are afraid to announce it. That's why I say that among all the categories, the one that has the right to mention is the man who is in charge of his life. Do you get my picture here? So this young man's story, that he's worried, confused about the wife. What will your wife do to you?
So why you unfaithful?
And so what will she want to do?
She'll be mad at you.
But if she divorces you, divorce is part of marriage. There are two things you should expect in marriage: cheating and divorce. They are inevitable. It's like buying banana. When you buy a banana and they peel for you and give to you, they have destroyed the banana. But regularly it comes with a peel. Whether you chew the peel, you use it for fertilizer, or whatever you use it for, it is left with you. So that is the package of marriage. So this young man have a case, but his case is limited to judgment. The first thing, there's a child in the scene. Unfortunately, if you don't have a child with your wife, this is your firstborn. And that is what women don't want, to have firstborns out of wedlock. But as a man, be in charge. Announce, not to your wife, because she doesn't have that right. Announce to your family. But have a discussion with a girl. With this pregnancy, what is the next way for you? And once you've impregnated me, I want you to go and see my family. So now you come and pay my price. Say, hey, tell her straight. I'm not ready to marry you now. If marriage is what you're calling for, no. So have a discussion with the lady. See what she wants to do with the pregnancy. Then take it from there. But the next thing, if she's ready to keep the pregnancy and want to have a baby with you, not for you, but with you. You told us you don't love her like the way she's thinking. Immediately she agrees. Move to your family. Announce to your family first, not your wife's family. Tell your family that yeah, where you go. Actually, Rosie, I'm a carnation. I'm a banker who do my cemetery. If I chong was so your phone, she be no come, she be you and will. When you're finding your wife, and I be a she. Can you net to account salute? Can you buy? I can be your 0277. Go on, check me.
Unbelievable.
0966. When you baby now to me, can't frame me. 0277 609 644. Don't feel lonely as a man. It is a mental deficiency.
Thank you very much, Councillor George Luttrell. Number one, next week, you better now you're saying actual matters of the heart. So now, what's now? 3 to Sabria. Sabria, you know, Sia Nabuya. Sorry, a year, 3 some news about the summer. Have a great evening. The friends could you support?
All right, so if you are ready, pick our story for us. I know how it sounds. It doesn't sound too polite to the rest of you, but we're learning, and it's unfortunate that this is how far knowledge has brought us. I'm calling you so that you go and announce that I'm pregnant. All right, let's go. I mean, most of you on TikTok have a reason that this story, I mean, how you doing? I miss you so much. How's life? I feel like you have been out of the scene for a longer time. How's life doing with you? I'm not because here. I'm not even come. I'm not even come. Okay. Miss me too. Can you see? And this is here. I'm talking. Yeah, go. Look, national. You understand? You don't understand.
Okay. Right. Living with guilt for the past year, and it all started when my.
I'm not good. That's your online influences here. I mean, that's it. So the story for the day is what Abna is reading for us, and I think that we'll all work on it quickly, and then we go. And then you were many there, but tell me, say, maybe as you see me question. Yeah, Abna. So Abna, maybe so I say, yeah, I made the same. Maybe so I say, but what is saying, but what is saying. Everybody can send the last time I'm networking there. And then when we are be more now there. But I let them say, you might be the ACC, but you can be first. When you say when you be here, brother, suffer love. Sana Odin, you read that tell me, is what here. It's too unwholesome. And you are unwholesome. They are unwholesome. I see, you know how to hold our hearts when it comes to things like this. In your cry, I mean, obi out on the Jawa, but one share year, only no one. I mean, why didn't you go 14 years new? 2000. I check. Well, I check. I mean, I should have and yo, I feel so disappointed. Yes, of baby Saturn. Oh, I'm not here and yet, and I saw my bisa you didn't that. And yes, and Bolivia, I am good as simple. You see, Ukunam Sokoya interview now. Abrantian say, Sena, or no son to begin for what I say. And maybe that no, it's a cattle one of mine or singing in one nature, no, see, I didn't know any idea. And you more talk the time of one way, nuclear, or trauma. So it was just a simple statement. And I say, who could back to my baby trauma? And I say, oh, only in trust, but many in I are born, but on no many cry. I mean, she just said it like one of the you know how Christian love is. Now, then into Kwama also be cancer. Edi na tempo na ya say I can say ma edi to cover other homes. I mean, you are trying to veer into other pastors. Say chirabo some great dino and I wait dino bon crofodi catch any crew say we janatina or cast with no be say obe di obi you know sana crofos with dino is here. We don't do that. We don't do that. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that. Ma can be actually or can Kukuman give a friend Kukumba? What kind of abundant so sad? You see a boy at the end, I can't go back. What I say? And yet, we need to have patience in life. The Encofoy, you see, baby can be a woman. There you are. And the Munya Mutia Semna, I won't tell you. I know some if you have, but to say a trade of a consummate Yamina, Munya, the number of your ham. What I say? Abraham got a story, kind of story, and the message is video. Oko Facebook and go send you message. Abraham go.
I've been living with girls for the past year, and it's all started when my wife had a chance to study abroad a few months after our marriage. After my wife traveled, I became very lonely and picked up the habit of hanging out with friends. And through that, I met this young custom officer who didn't know I was married and still doesn't know because we don't live together. And as I speak, she's 4 months pregnant. I'm tired of telling lies and I'm confused because my wife had been really helpful to me, especially when things were bad for me. And this girl who I'm getting pregnant with is also very innocent and loves me. But I don't love her. All I wanted was a casual affair, and and I'll see where it has landed me. Should I tell my wife the truth before she comes to Ghana in December, or tell my sister who is pregnant the truth? I'm burning out, and sometimes I feel like committing suicide. Help me, matters of the heart.
Abraham Chiremuni and Koram, these are our first two questions.
I'll say, a friend of I'm going to be. I'll say, living guilt for the past year. Dina Asha said, "Come and arrange to portray a few months into their marriage. And they reach to kind of very lonely. It's not hard to get at the any man of a young custom officer in Asia. Omuja grown as some mama and the girl even in saying,
we were seeing again, hey, what is that? What is that? Me certified side chick be for a long time, Clarice. Also, do a bit of Kazati said me.
and Niger, one again, you would young on your when in the High Street, Nadia, and the shop, hey, the same would be at with him. And I just say, I can't custom officer not pay no. You only pay them and one pay because all the while you are waiting. And they really back. So one country they really say, Madam, before you know me for trip now lights one be didn't say about. And now some country in the city slab and they say, oh, do you officer, custom officer? And me want you na man can't show. I say he's burning in like sometimes Profi said, oh no me do
Abla, Chirawa again, I mean, besides sending, what do you say?
I'm going to say, I think now winning step, Bearman, winning step will have it. They're just having fun. I winning step will don't worry enough. Why didn't you protect yourself in the first place?
Yes, so Gapa, who besides said they didn't do it.
It's a network
and that's what baby. Me too. Go. Me go can be me. Me go can you.
Actually, I have to nominate tonight. I'm saying, guy, and only say we'll have it fun. Why didn't you protect yourself? Oh, I'm saying, me honey, you're here.
Yet you, you're okay now. Yet you, Kappa.
Hello?
I'm like a Tewonka. Hey. I'm like, yet you won't come. Yet you won't come.
Okay. I'm just saying. Papa no, when himself have a fun, I bet now one protect them.
Okay.
Because when you say what you are to show you and I saw you.
Okay.
The extent you don't want anything to happen to your marriage.
Okay.
Why you bored now? Who go out now? Push yeah. But you know, why didn't you protect yourself in the first place?
Okay.
I know you're number one.
Okay.
And I shouldn't have question me.
Eddie, well, try again. What is your take? And I'll say, well, I'm protecting him. Maybe some of the question. I'm just here we take.
I'm protecting him in the first place. I don't think say I was so from area money. Oh no, I don't think it was so from area money. But the side check there was say at some point someone lady who say, or a married man and say this in Abba. Oh, but my side check didn't want to say only married man and maybe no more. Along the lines and the river should be but until then we should keep things going.
If you keep things going now, can I see anything? Then I keep things going. Or say the year by December. Do have it? You have a tissue into head. But why are they say on 4 banning by the theater? On 4 the eating by theater. On 4 gay custom officer. On 4 by theater, and the custom officer and be who send the pictures with you. What I say? But the year by December. Bosumin 9 years. You send me 4 months. It's not starting antenatal. What's say? I mean, it sounds say, or baby, over Bema Brabo. I didn't know one can check on this. Make us the own can check this over your radio. I didn't know one can check on in the fence. If you can check on I'm like, told you relationship be no why. I'm not a relationship between me, Shasia. There are no questions, but when I saw. I told me that. There was no sex, but before I realized where we are, we're very far. And we've not said anything to anybody. Do you understand? We became fond of each other. Before I realized where we are, relationship has started. And there's no locus. There's no SOP. We are referring to each other as if we are in love. So it can happen that you meet a married man, and the married man all of a sudden, the relationship starts. If you are not even fortunate, you start sex before you start thinking about what have I done. I've met ladies who their first time they met a man, not under duress, but their first meeting they had sex, and they are not common girls. It's difficult for you to have sex with them. There are people that when anybody hears you've been able to sleep with them, they'll be shocked. But they meet other people and they lose themselves to have sex with them. They break their protocols. So your question is, should a married man announce his status to any lady you find the two of you getting to a point of a relationship? It's a big yes. Okay. Never allow the lady to ask your status. Announce your status, because every lady will want to know who she is. Because watch you. If you are going out with a man who is just your friend, you are a girlfriend. If you are going out with a man who is not married and you are sleeping with, it becomes your sex mate. If you are going out with a man who is married, you are a side chick. You see the state. So you need to know the position of the man you are going out with. And the man must tell you, I'm married. Oh, the fact that I don't wear a ring, I'm married traditionally to a woman. We have 3 kids, or we don't have a kid. Let that thing be made clear, so the lady can make a very clear, distinct decision of becoming a side chick or a sex mate. So that one is clear. If I've answered you, finish your submission. Let me ask my questions. I'm not network near red, which means and then so our bad network. So in the extension of our conversation we're having, and I've not just read the story to you. Like, Abner's network is bad, but I have some questions I want to put before her. Yeah, now we can hear you. So finish your submission with us. Okay. Obo, thank you. Obo, thank you very much for the gunshot.
Right. Married man, we are prepared. We are not actually the man did not try for the lady.
Okay.
Because if you're actually doing so, you in the first place, and we don't come quiet in the middle of it, let the lady know that a single man. And how can someone a single man? Okay, the lady come out with insane. But because there was nothing like that. that it's also I don't know for anything. You know, also Jan will say, yeah, we're not single guys. Why not? On the same guy. To say if you're coming back and telling us, say, lady in the womb, what do you mean by womb? Well, baby, go to the time about the one that anyone you're saying it's a womb. No, yeah, it's you know the guy is at home.
That's your take. Meteo, that's your take. I'm Meteo taking more questions now. Okay. Abna, do you have any blame for this girl too? Should we blame her?
No. Is it right for a married man to announce his status before going for a girl?
Yes, it's important to announce. But it's also right for a lady. It's also right for a lady to be sure of who you are going out with before you open your guards. Do you get what I'm saying? It's very right. Whether I am married or I'm not married, it is very important for you to know who you are sleeping with. You might not have all the information, but be inquisitorial. Have information about the guy you're sleeping with. Have a lie about him. Ask him. So, are you married? Have you married before? Don't ask him, are you married? Ask him, have you married before? No, I've not married before. When do you intend to marry? Have a conversation. If only in your mind you want to spend a lasting relationship with me.
Okay.
So you cannot come and tell me that he didn't tell me he was married. If you could have told me he was married, I could have not given myself to him. No, don't say that. Ask questions, and when you are told a lie, live with the lie, so you can use the lie to untangle yourself in case he holds you down. I'm not as here. And I'm not. My question is, what is called casual relationship? You are a woman. Once you don't want to blame the woman, what is called casual relationship?
It means there's nothing serious there.
So if a man is having a casual relationship with you, should you allow yourself to have unprotected sex with such a man?
Did the lady know say casual?
So between the two of us, you see, there are some women that I love, but they take me as a toy boy. There are some women that I'm very serious about the love I have for them, but they don't have that same love for me. They don't take me serious. But there's a way I take them. I idolize them. When I see them, then everything about me changes. I become a good boy. Because of them, I talk less. When they appear on my timelines, I don't talk. I keep quiet and sleep because of the love I have for them. But they don't have that for me. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from. So when a man is having a casual relationship with you, what are you also having with him? Maybe who say a casual relationship. Said then, now the wouldn't come off and say, Anna.
Miss Maker say, if your papa say a casual, well, making it looking like say casual, and to me, a casual, but if you are not that opposite of what change for man,
but that's it. Martin.
Okay. I have a question.
Yes.
That if I feel that, okay, if you're in a relationship and you feel that you so much into the relationship, that the only the first year, the conversation I'm going to have is one about marriage. Marriage is always going to come up. And see, if he says that the girl was in love with him, now she never talked to him about marriage, that's weird because she and one would trade something for the guy to say, so, I'm not really looking to get married. married now. This is something I just want to have fun with. Or maybe you would say, yeah. That when the marriage conversation comes up, I'm sure I said, Friday went to tell her, say, I'm married. And I said, no, we're not going to get married, but we just having fun. That's totally different. But what I know, Friday said, casual, but Friday says she's in love. But one thing I don't get, why is that every time a girl will feel sad, I'm in love with somebody, they have to like get pregnant? I don't know, why don't you come up with marriage? Your friends talk about marriage. So I didn't know Uncle first before you get pregnant. Why is it always have to be type of thing? I don't get it.
So you are asking that when you find a man in a way, ask the man, will you marry me?
No. I talk about, dating. When you date, one or the other, you will talk about marriage.
It depends.
That means
it depends. It depends. I've met a lady before who is not married. I was not married, and she made it clear to me that she doesn't want any relationship that will lead the two of us into marriage. She just wants to have me as a normal friend. I shouldn't think she wants to marry me. After 2 years, now she has changed her mind that I don't know kind of obwa. Me pola me making me mind. Me making me mind. But obeka tell him say obwa sisi am opemi awale me no me hu so ye within you onyam ye kumi.
And I'm sure to say, mind is a ringer. Because there will be no conversation. You should know automatically.
Mama, that statement in well, yeah, mamma, muna, what they are getting more chroma. And ya kawawa de po. Mean poor me dinner, me kawan me shadow once, what as and when. So the kawa. Debbie, because you don't have any time you see me. You see me online. And anytime I come online, I'm wearing a ring. In my house, we don't wear a ring. We don't wear a ring. Since I got married many years ago, ring is not part of our plan. I always take it off because one, my work will destroy my ring. It will lead to infection. So there are reasons why I don't even wear my ring. And I don't think the ring is what will prevent me from sleeping around if I want to.
But even that, it will prevent you from sleeping around. But at least she wouldn't know, so I should be careful. But on top of that, I had a question. You didn't answer it. Why most of women think it's okay, since I'm in love with the guy, let me get pregnant. Maybe I said that we don't know. They think
well, it's a very legitimate question, but most people to get pregnant not because they want to get pregnant. Look, let me tell you, it's come up a lot of times where you have sexually missed each other. Stab each other. You meet, you want to have sex, and you don't consider pregnancy and ovulation. It is only a qualified, sensible man that brings up. Hey, now the is man. And regularly, look at your basa or see, oh, I'm a big girl. I can take care of things. I will not be pregnant. I know my cycle. I know what is going on. So you hear women saying this to you. Whilst you are really careful to make sure say oh nyemu, but what you are on no amount calculation on no account say be okay. What you want not say any say the message name back and say why confused be sir on him.
That would be good, but
I know you're one group. I know you're one group. There are the other groups that they want to punish you with pregnancy. Whether you are pregnant, you are not pregnant, They want to teach you a lesson.
Wow.
Oh, yes. Yes. No. They are teaching. They know that when. No, they know that. No, they know when they are pregnant for you, it will affect you. It will cause you to make certain decisions. You are a public figure. We are counselor Lutrot. No, hey, what about you? Ya off now. I won't be so be able to. You understand? So there are other groups that when they want to use pregnancy to pin you down, regardless of your status, whether single or married. But when a woman gets pregnant for you, that is where you see the true reflection of who she is. There are women that look, I'm coming. I'll let you come in. There are women that they just miss their period, not because they are pregnant. And the period has changed. And unfortunately for them, they feel that they are pregnant. They exhibit a future trouble for you to see who they are with their pregnancy. They threaten you with a pregnancy. They let you know that where they remember what you said. But they are the same girls when you are about to sleep with them, you told them, say, I don't want you to get pregnant. See, I'm a big girl, I'll take on things. Now they get pregnant and they warn you. Say, don't worry, me them because Charlie say, I will not take it out. The same people doing sex, when you told them that you can get pregnant, and they whispered in your ear, concentrate on pushing. Whatever happens, I'm a big girl, I can take it off. So, there are other girls too who have never been pregnant. But because they know you don't want them to keep pregnancy, they come and tell you they are pregnant. And people use money for things. And for what this can be cramming, the guy said, "Get because it is a young and I teach a man is cut me and go to be sniggery and your move." So, what I'm saying is, your question is right, but there are times that women have reasons why they want to tell you they are pregnant, but you should be careful. Either you use condom, but you see, the problem is that most of us, the men, condom manner and your mother. That's why they complain. I said, "Bad morning, trade woman condom, or do you crown team was a condom would do? But Bema was born, or the condom do what want it. Example of what the condom did is and you go from one condom not to actually what can come. I want to enjoy myself. That few moments in a so and you'll be Anna or Benyama or Shedda. A bimonso a wrong calculation. What again, Master? Aha, it will come. And a bimonso a mistake. On near not use of Benyam. But Ottawa or Bechanan in Senam.
Okay, yes, I have a friend, right? Always, on one of my no catch maybe you mama, but then one time when you may or I catch a challenge, and you cannot catch a so I saw you was who has made Jimmy. I'm saying it so he would get comfortable, said, when they may be because baby queen, the upstairs out and also just said, oh, man, shit to the man for you.
What was that?
Relationship it's for fun. You just having fun.
Go.
Why do you need to have a baby along with it?
Go. Go. Are you aware that if you are going out with a very mature girl, she can get pregnant and you won't know?
Yeah.
On country. She'll take care of it. Even if she wants to keep the pregnancy, she can keep it without telling you. They see our Bluetooth. They see our Bluetooth. They won't power. They're not make it. So check with Bluetooth. The Americans say, yeah. The Americans is here and say, you want maybe or what? If you are going out with a very, very mature girl, hardly will she announce pregnancy to you. Some of them will finish taking care of it before they tell you they are pregnant. Once she doesn't want to keep it. And it will not be a conversation. It will not be a story to be told one time. That it's not a conversation. I mean, here are you have impregnated a girl, and she's insisting that she only abort it when you take her to the doctor. And when it comes that way, they like the way in Yvonne Nelson's book, accusing Sarkodie not to be loving and caring to take her to the clinic for the abortion. Now, watch it here. If you are pregnant and you want to take care of it maturely, you don't even need money from the man. But whatever you spend to do the termination, you can always get it. You can. Because there are others who have collected money while they are not pregnant. And they took huge sums of money. You get it? So, there are people, because they are no person in a brand boy yet. So why won't you be on contraceptive? And that was a question I was going to ask Abraham. Bisa say, story here can say again. Who should we blame? I'm using the word blame in terms of the pregnancy. Should we blame the man who impregnated her, or we should blame her who took seed?
Maybe no. I don't know if I want to blame her. Maybe half of it, yes, half of it I don't. Because she felt like I was asking you, said, why is that some women, when they feel that they love somebody, they get pregnant and have a child, they said that would be the idea of getting married. Maybe I don't know that I if I know Wally, he's stable, but then the number is, yeah, it looks like we love each other. I love him, and it looks like he loves me. So why would I just make him up? Why would I want to take it out? Since we talking about everything is what we are that is single. So if it comes, the way they love each other, it's me out. But this is the other hand that the man knows that me, my value, but he never mentioned it to her. So she felt that she's in love with somebody, you know. And they love with each other. She's one you want, and there's no problem with it. Maybe that's what she was thinking.
My problem with you is that the fact that you are single, and the fact that I am single, should you be pregnant for me? Don't you have plans in life?
Maybe I'm reaching the plans. You see, I think a lot of people start beginning. So why does a woman think, okay, I'm in love with you, so why okay, but she's thinking from the guy. And mind you, no matter how much he loves you, and there's no conversation that have anything to do with marriage whatsoever. And for her to, okay.
So that is what Mibisa said. Same way, no. Can we blame the woman or we should blame the man?
Both of them.
For what reason?
Both of them. Man, what you say? But you keep having unprotected sex with them. So for her to think that if anything happens, we could always, take care of it. You bet me out. you know, I'll pray for them, not just her. You know, she's a love, maybe I want to know, are you okay with it? But the decision of me, what, I think that's a problem.
Well, I still think, sir, anytime there's pregnancy, even in marriage, you are married, you have kids, your child is old. Will you get pregnant? You won't get pregnant. But you're still having sex. Sorry. Trying to mitigate the noise. You see, so I am with a view that yes, the man was looking for a casual relationship, but was having unprotected sex. The lady didn't know the man was married, but he knows he's married. He has an excuse of loneliness. And one of the statements that the guy made that I find very appalling was, I was lonely and decided to be hanging out. So it's dangerous to meet a lady at a hangout and start sexual relationship with her unprotected. But let me tell women this, look, pregnancy is beyond I'm pregnant. Hear me. I said pregnancy is beyond I am pregnant. Let me bring this to you as caution. What you go through with trimesters in pregnancy is nothing compared to when you are not ready and it comes. The fun, even with the married ones, when your wife gets pregnant for you unexpected, you are not excited. So I always say there are three forms of pregnancy. We are what we call the unwanted pregnancy. We are what we call the planned pregnancy. And we are what we call the unplanned pregnancy. So three types of pregnancies. The unwanted pregnancy is a pregnancy that comes as a result of the fun the two of us are having. We have not planned to have sex. We have not planned to have a child. So I want to have sex with Rosie. I'm sleeping with Rosie. And it's fun the two of us are having. It's meant for fun. And both of us, this is for fun. Because we know that our sexual intercourse is illegal. There is no legitimacy in our sex. We're having fun. So once you're having sex like that and you get pregnant, it's called unwanted pregnancy. It's not wanted. It's not. It's an unwanted pregnancy. No matter what you do, it's unwanted. You can force it to be wanted by coercing me, blackmailing me, disgracing me. Give me all the things. I cannot take this one off. I will deliver. If you don't like the child, go your way, let me go my way. Yes. But don't forget that the two of us, the act of sex that we had was not meant to generate pregnancy. So that pregnancy is called unwanted. Now, the second one is called unplanned. And usually, the unwanted pregnancy happens between those of us who are having relationships that are not legitimate. Sex mates, side chicks, those people we are sleeping with, They are the people that when we're having sex with and we get pregnant, it's not legitimate, it's unwanted. And I use Rosie for example. It could be a one-night stand. It could be birthday fun. It could be an excitement. It could be a bye-bye. Something is unwanted. And the act, the two of us, him said, a dear ya ye di, and ye dear be a pese a befimba. And let me tell you as a woman, look, if you meet a man who is erected, ne kotia brim, ne ni jewu, odiwa uhumpa, na bema ne koti sorry pa, na obisaw, are you safe? Sa bema ye ne dawo, sa bema ye ne nanti o, bema odwi wo, enye bema bia ayet say, on the opposite having fun to go with you. And yet, maybe I would need saying be a benyam and fun home. May come Bema when you say a headache. Because I'm sure to be Nanka wedding. Could you call assembly? With a bonny piano. Micha at you for sisters, Micha. But a message Nanka the same new team Komopi. Now, I have a person in your contact now. I make a kind of a show. No problem. No man was screen is which. I never found number 0277 441. It's as if as some other can and young Macquarie. Many episodes in this uncle and had a pioneer. One shot watching anti-feminine this uncle. This platform is big. This space is large. So if you don't take it, you might come and say what you want to say. People have called me. We have to go and beg bloggers to delete some things they came to say on my page. And I don't blame them because they want to talk to me. But they came to a space that we didn't guard them. So I'm saying that the man who wants to sleep with you and is checking whether you are safe. When did you ovulate? Are you taking your pill? These are men we have sexual relationship with. There's no man that sleeps and is not afraid of infection. Yes. So the unwanted pregnancy is what I've discussed and described. The next one is called the unplanned. Unplanned pregnancy is where you are married, have a legitimate husband. That when you are pregnant today, everybody knows say, "Wow, George," and George. There's no argument, and that is what we call Obi Awawale. Onyima enya asembia, but obi awawale ubenyem nyinsen ye discuss you. Tieme family planning nye duro keke. A basic planning for a family. And eba oba brabo we say me yiri no nyina omba woni na owo nua se wonya ahondin ensi wo dade mu menyim wo biomu sana metio. No matter how demanding my wives were that they want to get pregnant, their health was more important to me than the pregnancy. So until medically you are clean, physically you are okay, I will impregnate you. So during that time, if you get pregnant even in marriage, once we have not discussed it and planned it, it becomes an unplanned marriage. So there's a very good sweetheart of mine who traveled out of the country for about 3 years now. And the husband was supposed to go and visit her because she's not coming back because of school. And the husband went, and the time the husband got there, the day the husband arrived, she started menstruating. And the husband is not like me, who can have sex when I'm menstruating. So he has to wait for the menses to pass. When the menses passed, according to her, she was going to her, so she was not available. But she's suspecting one way or the other, said, the time the man was leaving and the time they had sex, she's feeling in her mind that she could be pregnant. And she told me, said, she would never forgive herself if this last sex becomes pregnancy. Because this is not planned for. In the next 3 months, she's going to write an exam that will give her her PIN as a midwife. So when pregnancy hits in now, she knows how her first trimester is. It will affect her plans. So pregnancy that is not planned for in a legitimate marriage is called unplanned pregnancy. And it will affect the marriage. Like this, my friend. The third one is called a planned pregnancy. What is a planned pregnancy? A planned pregnancy is a pregnancy where two of us have got to know that after 2 years, when our boy celebrates his second birthday, we are supposed to get pregnant. And because we want to have a gender, we have a boy, we want to have a girl, we need to consult Counselor Lutrot. So he tells us when to have sex to produce our girl. Yes, this is planned. Because I'm a planner. I'm a gender chatter. And I challenge anybody watching me. If you have girls, you want to have boys, come, I'll give you boys. I will never have anything to do with you sexually. But I will produce the time for you to have intercourse and produce a male or a female, which one that you want. I have a living testimony. A living testimony. It doesn't fail. It's my work. I collect money to do it. The only difference is that I only take money from you after you've delivered. All you will do is free. When you put to birth the gender we plan for, then I take money from you. So 3 types of pregnancy. So if you are going out with the man, you might love the man. Mm-hmm.
I'll come back online.
Medasi, thank you. So my conversation today is that most of us are living with men who impregnated us, and after their pregnancies, we have kept the babies, and we are living. And some of us, we think we are punishing the men. Me, when you have a child with me and you think you are punishing me, yes, you will be punishing me because it's expensive to have a child out of wedlock. Very, very expensive, I'm telling you. No, it's very expensive. It's expensive. It's expensive. I say it's expensive. Don't joke. You go watch it here. If you have a child, for example, with Abna in Jolu, and you live with your wife and children in Newtown, if you buy a bag of rice in your house, you buy a bag of rice for Abna and my child. So having a child out of wedlock is not a cheap business. Look, it's more expensive to have a child out of wedlock than have a side chick behind your wife. So there are times we do a simple calculation. No, the difference is not the same. There's nothing called a name. Mamina Blanc train plan will be said to be a Namibia. I am normal. But Aquala Mumua, Aquala to me train on to me so train of it. And at the time my children in the house are eating, and my children who are not in the house are not eating, it becomes a sin on me. S-I-N, Bonnie. So it's expensive to have a child out of wedlock. Make catch it. It's worse when the woman you have a child with has lost respect for you after the child. And that's one thing that as a man, be careful. Look, it's very painful to still go out with a lady who doesn't have respect for you. But there are times that love doesn't give you the access to get rid of them. There's a story I'm treating tomorrow that I feel is not wholesome for it to be treated. But I also felt like the lady want the story read and hear comments. So I'm looking at it whether I should bring it. I'm doing a lot of editing in her story so that it will not spark some legal controversies, because that story will bring trouble in Ghana when I say it. When you love people, and you have children with them, and they are misbehaving, it's so difficult to get rid of them. Very difficult. I mean, very difficult. Look, if you meet a woman you love and she doesn't care about you loving her, it is not easy getting rid of her. Especially people you love that they don't know the reason why you love them. And within the temperament, if you are a sanguine, phlegmatic, in control, like some of us are weaknesses, we can't let go. So most women will have anything to do with, they manipulate us. They insult you. They make silly insinuations. They say bad things about you, but because you are indebted to them, at times it's not sexual. At times it's nothing, but you feel so much empty without them because they are your positive energies. When you have children with them, you become worse. So it's expensive to do that. So I said earlier on that for a man to announce a child out of wedlock, and for a man to announce, or a husband to announce a child out of wedlock, compared to a man who is not married to announce a child, compared to a student who is being taken care of to announce pregnancy, between the three, like I said, the valid one, the easiest person who can announce pregnancy should always be the husband. But unfortunately, the most difficult person to announce pregnancy rather is the husband. Because most of us are afraid of our wives. We are afraid of our wives, and we are afraid of how our wives will join the society to disgrace us, or to vilify, or to make us look useless. We are also afraid of how the baby mama will act towards our wives. Because most baby mamas come in as if they are more qualified than your wife. But unfortunately, no baby mama can be compared to a wife. No side chick can be compared to a wife. Because you can be a prototype, but you are not. There's a different distinction between a wife and a side chick. And the most funny thing is that the position of the side chick is as a result of the wife. If I don't have a wife, you can't be a side chick. So you can't be compared to my wife. And that is why I don't evaluate your status according to my wife. That is why I don't make demands on you like the demands I make on my wife. No, that is why even when it comes to sexual intercourse, there are times that men who are married and have side chicks perform better with their side chicks than their wives. Sexual performance is better than their wives. The only time that some men don't perform out of marriage is when they have sexual problems, or the said woman they are sleeping with has some gross disrespect towards them. So, my discussion today is, can a husband announce pregnancy to the wife? No. Don't try it. It's wrong. Should your family join you to announce your pregnancy to your wife's family? No. It's wrong. So in the life of this man, he went for a casual relationship. You know, the casual sex. Can we have fun? So me and Johan are having sex. Me and Abraham, we're just making some things. We are only having sex. There's no plan. Yeah, then she gets pregnant. Ideally, I might not be a murderer, but I will discuss the pregnancy with her. What are we doing with this pregnancy? And there are times that when they are pregnant, they act as if they are angry. And I ask myself, maybe I'm too much inquisitive and I'm too much careful, because I will not even have sex with you, even my wife. I always want to be careful that she's not ovulating, because my sperm is doing 10 days as I speak. That's my sperm count. So I hardly doubt when I sleep with you and you are pregnant. So I want to know your ovulation. Well, if I'm doing beyond 72 hours, then my sperm can stay alive. So in the story of this young man we are discussing this evening, he went for a casual relationship. And the casual relationship was because he claims he was lonely. And like I said earlier, no man was created to be lonely. Because if you read the scripture very carefully, a man can be alone but not lonely. Oh, keep that statement. A man can be alone but not lonely. So in the book of Genesis, chapter number 2, and then this is what happened in chapter 2, and I'm reading from verse number 16 or 17. So verse 18, Genesis chapter 2 verse 18. It says, the Lord God said, it is not good for the man to be alone. So it is not good for you to be alone. So we can be alone but not lonely. The loneliness of women is so painful when a woman is alone. I feel for girls who are not married and are dearly in love with somebody who doesn't have their time. And they are also not learning to utilize the few hours they have with the men they love. Because if I don't have you to myself, you are not available, and I get 2 hours of your time, I will make it my 2 years. You get what I'm saying? So, I'm saying this thing for you to understand that this man says, my wife has traveled and I'm feeling lonely. So I wanted to hang out and I met this girl and I didn't tell the girl I have a wife. Now she's pregnant. My wife is coming in December. I don't know what to do. I don't know why he's confused. Have you had a discussion with the girl who is pregnant for 4 months? When did the girl tell you she was pregnant? These are the discussions we need to have. The two of us are having unprotected sex. So pregnancy might be able to fish itself out. It says, and like I asked Honorable Yao friend, when women get pregnant in such relationship, I always ask, who must be blamed? Let me tell you, no matter what happens, even with my wife, if she gets pregnant today while we have not planned it, I'll blame her. Oh yes. Look, I will forever blame women when pregnancy comes and they are not ready for it. Because God never created men to prevent pregnancy. The prevention of pregnancy is the sole responsibility of women. It might not sound well. Why am I saying that? I don't ovulate. There's nothing called ovulation with me. I produce healthy sperm every 24 hours. Whether I use or I don't use, they are with me. So I can impregnate 30 women at the same time if only they are ovulating. So the key word to pregnancy is ovulation. 10 days after your menses. 3 days before your ovulation. And 3 days after your ovulation. So the one that can prevent unwanted, unplanned, and planned pregnancy is the woman. So how do you have a relationship with a man? Casual relationship with a man, and you get pregnant. Now the man too says he's confused because he didn't love the woman. Painful statement. I didn't love her. I came to have some fun with her. Now she's trapped me with pregnancy, and she doesn't know I'm married. So now I have to announce the marriage to her. Say, me, I'm a and I know how the woman is going to behave. But how will you behave if you know I'm married? Were you giving yourself to me because I was not married? It's questionable. The man is confused. What should he do? Should he announce it to the wife? The guy is 4 months. The girl is 4 months pregnant. I leave the question to you before I wrap up and leave. What should the man do? I'm going to have expressed a view. Honorable, you have to express a view. So I might skip the two of them unless Abna is back.
I'm back. I've been back long ago.
Oh, okay. So Abna, like I'm saying that I will blame the girl. Because if I sleep with you today and you get pregnant, you are the one who's supposed to prevent yourself from pregnancy, not me.
Yeah.
Because you are the one who ovulates. And it's at times very annoying. I remember my wife once told me this. My wife told me straight. Why do I knock her off with are you safe? She doesn't want to hear that from me. And me too, I consider your state, your condition. I don't want to just have sex with you because I want to. I also want to have fun. No, how many men will you find that a woman is ready for them to have their way and they can walk away not because they are angry but because the woman is not safe and they don't have condoms? I am not priding myself, but I can walk away from a child being assembled new and tokwa new me kwatia sorry me jamindi is a second of new hope. Me not sure of your relation me jamindi me nim the year kase dimi ba metri coitus interruptus me nim ye ese me njindi that say ba na yifi menyem it may be sad. What should this man do? Do you think it's a trap? Abna, you can moderate for me.
Okay, Johan, let's hear you. Johan?
Johan is
there now. Okay, Mr. Adabra.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Councillor Obisa said, one of the people say, what if say, was citing an idea and live with say, or person or one mouth? How do you announce that to your wife?
With you.
Councillor, let me say, if you are deliberate, say, or 1% on your mouth, will you still play or say, if you are okay now, I change to one man, okay, fine, you see how to go about this.
The honor person on your mouth, and I want to discuss this again. Remember, while you and your baby, our person on your mommy, we have to discuss it. Don't surprise me. I don't want you to surprise me with pregnancy.
Okay, so will you still take it when it comes as a surprise?
No, I will surprise you too.
I want to hear the exact thing you will do. You say you surprise the person.
Yes, because in the first place, I would never have sex with you without checking whether you're ovulating or not. And I'm saying that when you tell me I'm a big girl, I can take off it and everything. Why now you are bringing it to me as a small girl? I have plans for you. I have plans for you in the relationship. We've been going out for long, yes. But I don't think one of the plans I have for you is to put you in a family way to go through 9 months of shutdown. You are in school. I am planning to start a certain business for you. We are trying for you to get a visa to travel to go and do something and come back. Then you get pregnant for me. As what?
Because will you let her abort it or you will leave it?
I will not say about it. But I want to know your stand why you got pregnant. You have to clear why you got pregnant, because the last time we were having sex, I told you, are you safe? And you said yes. So why are you pregnant now? Does it negate the fact that I'm not the one who impregnated you?
So you're not going to take it? Even if it's yours?
If you say even if it's a clause, then there's a doubt that is mine. Is that what you're saying? I know nobody has sex with you. I'm the only person having sex with you. I am the only person sleeping with you. But the last time we're going to have sex, I remember that I asked you, are you safe? I was erected enough not to control my mind. But my organ was not controlling my sense. So I even paused. You were offended. And I checked whether you were safe. You gave me your right date. I calculated in the midst. And I came clear to see that are you safe? And you were safe. Only to find out when the month ended that you were pregnant. Even you, how would you feel to announce to me you are pregnant? Thank you, rich wife. So at times, the announcement depends on the relationship the two of us have. So if you walk to me and say, well, whatever it is, you also didn't know, I'm surprised, but I'm pregnant now. That's what I've come to tell you. Then I ask you the next question. So what do you want to do? I will decide for you.
Okay. If I should get to a point, so you are saying that so from the get-go, there must be a conversation.
I will not have sex with you without a conversation. I don't lose my mind when I'm erected. It's only stupid boys who lose their mind. Because a kid ain't done you. A kid anyone made their edimika echo. Men pray a brea and son of midi. It's a men pray who said, Chana, but men didn't tell me beco. Debut. It says a man grew up and share. So that's it. Me, wouldn't do back one. It is 5 years ago. And I may do, yeah, that's what we may do. You know, but yes, me Jimmy, who knew? Ade. Your cut here.
Because I think that I really
So I am not the one going to say keep. I'm not the one going to say abort. But we'll discuss, and you remember what happened. So in that discussion, you are even coming with apology. And I thought I was safe. I didn't plan for this. So once you are telling me, said this thing you didn't plan for it, then you know our discussion. Men kasi go you to say one else in Nigeria. But so far against say na dey go here me here. And no dia what ket obey dia na say me boa wutu anamo. Because unkwa hu nyame. Because enyam na me carry yin say no. Me carry yin say no. Boso men krono wona ade be nam o. Who wants to share you? And far one also be carrying in Sena. Ko. And now, Fena, I did chair no part. I can't walk. I can't talk. And maybe I will be a said in Fiba and come in plans who.
Search for such attention in here.
Attention will be but any attention will create it because Mammy not take on to me receive your attention will create it. Me na me de ma. Me Jimmy from my one day. And I mean person yin send me to me ni won tem. And I mean person yin send me you be not than your town for. And I mean person obe we na kola na be hating me because of their work here. I think I must say if you go out with a big girl or nimu pu a won no a leader. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I just want to thank you for your time. I just want to say, I really admire you. And then for some time now, like for years, I've been learning from you, low. But this is my first time joining your life. And then I just want to know, I really admire you and then respect.
Thank you very much.
And then God bless you for your good works.
Thank you. And take care of yourself. Don't make mistakes. Don't just go and impregnate anybody. Be careful. Because pregnancy can reduce you to nothing. I'm telling you. And do the denier. Abdayenko.
Johan Bekasanienko. Hello, good evening.
Johan, but Obia say I don't. Obi say that Abraham Prince say I don't support whatever he's saying. What am I saying? I'm answering the question.
But then now you don't support.
Yes.
Yeah.
The person asks a question and I'm answering.
That's not his voice to be heard. That's all. That's it, not him.
There's no point. You have a point. Can you write your point? You say there's no point. So write your point.
What means today?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, some of them they don't. When you want to ask them, I say, but see, big and crazy, and then on my.
Joanna, Branty, and on your day, you really bad December. Get away soon. On also on pen. Bosumen so. Yes, any a bosume and 4 months pregnancy. I don't know how to say. I don't know how to say we are today.
Yes, I say. Only a command to continue. Moreover, who can find your wife from where I can't say, you can find here. It's an easy about who cover your money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What if I go on one from where I can't say? My wife, I'm not around. You are not around. It's me, girl.
Okay.
It's me, girl.
Okay.
And since I want to finance and you say, I'm an opposite, say, but the way You can't wait. When you end your discussion, and then you are calling me to tell me, say, will be any mama. And then will be any mama because I don't have any idea of it. There were baby on ma, she will have the heart to contain it. A baby on ma, Miss Outman.
So, Joan, if it's you, what will you do? Joan, if it's you, what will you do?
The kind of things I can contain or I can accept for marriage. Emma will arrange me, and sir. I remember some time ago, I told you that it's okay for me.
Yeah, you said it.
And most people don't agree with it.
Yeah, you even told us that you gave condoms to your husband to travel with.
Oh, of course. And see, the fact that me could not frame me, oh, Hannah, there's me and Shammy Hosso. You know, because say,
ma. So you'll be ready for the phone call. Okay.
To me, friend me, I am very much okay.
Okay.
But say one cat, that is a different story we don't talk about.
Why?
Cancer, that is me. It's not make us say, me. So what catch me? I am very much okay. Like I would accept it. So Abasa, it's a media too. But someone can. Let's say, one name, and my castle. Secret, things like this, it doesn't hide forever. They say one day, it will come out. One day, and so we share it, but a better what sin,
I was
of course. Anywhere.
Salute will be the
from anywhere. If you may say, you can open your movie, and after when you'll be out, meaning worry. Some time, Margin will find meaning so you'll be out. Now, blah, that for me now. Me call me quiet. I'm a party, and I say, oh, only. Or buy it in a whole Palabia and have a baby. And then you will say, and I say, what's up? Emma, one day you've had the dream to tell me, say, some time ago when you traveled now, and I meant, a honor, of course, Kashla, that is me. That is me.
Well, is that your husband?
Yeah, it's my husband's brother.
Also, when you are not quiet.
Remember the news said what's up one. It was our no, I'm not age out.
Francis, you don't understand what I'm saying.
That's a still a bit man. That's a make a match.
How could you no, look at me, say, when you be up, that one out, forget it. Forget it.
I'm Bible. Joseph, when denied Mary, our situation. So do we go to Abraham? I said, for Canada, say, by no credit can be the so no credit can be but you have to go. Hey, I'm trying. That's what we call truth is bitter. I'm trying. That's what we call how the teacher any. You want to cover something. And they just listen. So kind of insurance I say money. I'm trying to wait money. Yeah, but you one day you say, "Man, I'm here." I told you, Papa, no man go back and say, "What should respect back?
What should they respect?"
How the mommy statement you? If you have any name,
let's say if I need to say a word, that's
mommy statement.
yeah, we is more than that. I didn't know
Mommy statement. We really have a situation. You did talk. Any Catania will be sure. But I'm not to say, I'm sure. A little amount, like
a person.
I did Abraham just answer. Talk about really classic political. Wow, you know, I continue so that they really have because of what they say really life. So they are saying, this is that time now, when you have that one, you buy us, Anna, if you want to buy it, but you look in
no, main castle for now. No, listen. At least that day now of a catcher. My sister is no easy, but I found 1 year, 2 years. You could tell your wife that, baby, that moment when you traveled, I had this, I had that. So
Jerome, when you said they will say, you know, but my friend, my phone said 6 years not catching the man.
And you know, but last minute, so catcher.
Let's say, I don't know where they got to coming.
That is me. That's a 1 year, 2 years, that's a 5 years later. I'm going to say, wow, 5 years. What that is your time?
Forget about the time on the kind of maybe there is a class. What's it? Some to my hand. Maybe all the members have been. Still, I will me. If it is of me, child, so that's maybe I may come back. You don't believe me. It's very okay. It's very okay because I want to get to that man. Never maybe I will leave kind of the partition is way.
So the brother-in-law.
No problem.
No, but and what your brother-in-law, their brother-in-law can or no or Kasefi experience. So brother-in-law say on where yes,
he's talking from experience.
So
he's talking from experience because he has gone through a similar problem. So he's talking from experience. Because whatever I'm saying in the media, they say mine is nipa no onye me na no betumi afa we aka say oh baby me ni obi anyem and not get no appear to me here. Opin won mo betumi aye. But when you about 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and we don't go as far as 10 years. And I'm hearing him say, oh no, before flower. And after 5 years, no, the hearing him say, no, before flower.
Listen now, when I'm walking out, what's it? To answer me, you do someone now.
Yes, I know what it means. But I don't know what to do. You
ask me, I deny.
This is my problem.
Because
so as I'm not making it, not as I want him, I say, maybe so now with that is be so. But I have the truth. But 2 years back, 3 years back, 4 years. But now they can't let me say. This time now, we saw Miss Assemblly.
So Hannah. So what the other say? But what the Francis say catch now instantly no. Or you now be say on can't chire. A chile man son all can. When he said a mamre moon. And yet Bema said yes so catch and he said Obia woman. So things are. Busiana said yes, he and can.
Okay, fine.
It is a bushama, yes, me and country, Hannah said. Many will be out. Now I'll be some, and I'm saying there, no credit.
Hold you as a wife.
No, they hold you as a wife. That is why they are not telling you. No, hold on. No, hold on. Ebusiano hold you to what? Joanne. See. Ebusiano, they hold you as a wife.
They know that
to what?
That has happened. Don't be in this secret forever. Just like this is me. My point is, when things like this happen, it will never be a secret forever.
Duan, my question is, when a man impregnates a woman, the first people that must be told is a man's family. The man's family will go and ask for the pregnancy. Yes. When they ask for the pregnancy, they have to wait for the woman to deliver. Name the child. The child should be in a speaking age before they announce. So the family will not just come and tell you. The child must get to a stage before the child is introduced. And that announcement is not coming to tell you to take it or not. By protocol, they are telling you that this is what has happened and this is a living being. So the other children you have, they should know they have a brother here. They've not gone to receive marriage, but they've gone to name a child. So if you are telling me that anytime they announce to you, like last week, obviously or no son that I said, or your painful vehicle, what does it? Also, I said, or no, on your painful people, young go shop. Nikuna, you get you are sorry there. What you give us? Eti Bema Konima, and then I said, they said, oh, felt no country. So what I say? Go here, go here. Go here.
They all coming in a metuasio. They all coming. Yes, I metuasio. But let me personally say, me saying Abba, for our marriage sake, if you wish to fulfill, say, oh, can na akolaninya ifibi ansana
yako. Sana yenu. Kona minti asese we bo amania. Musi wagnya ko di wuti wuja wade. Why are you leaving the marriage?
Counselor, mommy dey say.
Ebusiane si me mi enka nkyere wansa enye me ebusian hihye
me dey me say makwati say wani obi awo 5 years maba me baby say only obi awo 5 years
me say daddy only dey tell me can daddy daddy ti only dey tell me can daddy Joan, me can say there be a son say, and young men say, me say, was say me woba, a yabushia.
It's because that woman's not me beside. At that time, when I was out for a bush, I said, but when the area started suspecting you, say,
the fact that you are suspecting doesn't change the protocol of the family. Who are you?
Okay. Counselor, and to me, no be an measurement here.
Go ahead.
I will do.
Entina Francis Ikacho said, who are gender dada? And now what didn't in our call?
No.
Who will be here?
Agenda.
How can your husband have a child? Your husband have a child out of wedlock. Now I pack on Yama because one country with them. Are you serious?
I have. Me, as I'm back on minimum, you worry. Me catch her no first, say baby, ya worry you. Me to me shall set na me one no dear never. What her now congra? A piney winning. No so say na me on pata. That's a winning will be. And trying my planning 15 years, I said, Ocean for friend say, we will be out 15 years. You're dying.
It was it is hard, Jen. Then now be near film. No, you be say sua wo de no. Mate wo de na se, but wo de no. And also ye dey.
Within the first 5 years, what to make catch me say, oh, we shall friend catch him say, who can you be out? Within the first 5 years, counselor, I will accept it. But after 5 years,
what will you do when they give it? So when they tell you early, what will you do?
After 5 years,
okay, be bizarre.
And it's as good as one can.
Eti Joan, men so meti ho. Bia me di no 2001. Onye me no do call Canada. Nancy I call Canada. Akola na bi 18 years. There be 18 years. Akola na bi e 16. Se me yiri no na me akola na be fia, obeja ma wale.
Jebi o me nti wasi.
Me po me nim se dia. Edi na me di me nim se nyi nsamba. Me nim ko se me di no wanyem. Me nim se me di no po wanyem o.
No nim.
Ba me nanse ya na o ka che me so oba. Nanse ya na o ka che me se me oba. Ye go hwa akola no so e me di ani. Eno so beja na wale.
Okay, odi akola de ba ye di. Edi fi ahia asa na obo ya, obe ka che me se.
Me tu kwa nanse ya na ye ka che me se. Ye tu kwa nanse ya na o ka che se oba no ka che bushafo.
Ne bushafo be ka che me within that period.
Ye nyan kan che me yire. Ye nyan kan che me yire.
Esi ya asa na ye wa ya na me bua.
Debi nanse ya ye wali ya na mgodi. Na me say me ye kan che me yire.
Because some me can one say I say
media ne say me ne woti we one ma me ho kwan say
16 years
me ni ya wale dada ye ya wale 23 years ni ya wale 23 years na nsia na go hu say me oba ya wale we ge bia me di na oba na hye sana me di ge na oba na hye ya wale ya nche bia na me di oba na hye o de me nyin sa oba na hye na sen we yie bia kire busuanfo say me ni oba ye ko ye DNA akwara na ye me di ene busuanfo yakohu ba ye mbo wa mane
time na girl na nyime ye no time na girl na nyime ye so na wo nya we say girl na nyime
ba se si amakoni 2 years ni ba me mbo me yira mane eno so wo ya me yira be jam
2 years na fe na busuanfo be kan share me
ye nkan kire wo
maybe say when you counselor me dey na say so we bush your phone catch me say oh maybe I will clearly obi awo 16 years ago me ba fia medical bisa wo be man say when did you find out say who was
I will not answer you.
You will not answer me.
But who are you to ask such questions? No, who are you to ask such questions? Now open me awari anka. There be na open me awari anka. Who awari jaya plan with you?
That's like our entire planning. You need to have it. I tell you.
Okay. Ni abuna tie. Mo amunya awari jaya plan amuna mo. Mo tie juan.
My worry is that's all. And then you are there. You are like you might be sure so how, but with the name of Mawari and I what you and that's how I know. That they are many people night with the error of self and they are you sorry, different baby, sorry, I made the suffer the parties run with the listen. Now yes, sir. And it's true. Oh, John said, oh, baby, my mate, sorry. Now you didn't say, hey, when you need to better, what they said to the but what's that the next thing? Not the column. And see, me, said, my worry now to my worry now to no. When it gets to the point, me to me, for my peace sake.
Okay.
Send a bear minya soje.
Okay.
Minya hoto.
Okay. Okay.
Me, yes, sir, and I'm a worry, and then we have that perception, say, we are warrior, let us own your papa. Maybe. So when they are worrying, somehow do. It's open to our reno being
Okay.
That's me.
All right. No, your point is well. Nobody is challenging your point, but we want you to defend your point. So for you,
my fear, not because my fear of divorce is baby. I did do honest and cry into me. Maybe I'm not familiar, but what my husband is doing, I can't contain it. As a married person, I would rather be divorced and then be there, have my peace of mind, rather than staying as a married person and die, baby.
Okay. I agree. I agree with you.
My backup plan is divorce.
Oh, okay.
That's me.
But will you marry again when you divorce?
If I get a man I'm okay with.
But does it mean that?
Man is willing to get married to me?
But does it mean if you say you are okay with? Does it mean you are the one you are living you are not okay with?
No, Pastor. I didn't say I am not okay with my husband. What I'm saying is.
What I'm saying that once something happens, you will divorce and marry someone you are okay with.
It's not like that.
But you have a backup.
I have things I can contain.
But you have a backup plan.
So of course.
Yes, and I'm very happy. These are the women. Every woman should have a backup plan. Every man should have a backup plan.
That's it. It's if my backup plan is divorce. If it's a divorce, it comes when men say they be a young now.
But what the ukru ko no disie na obisa na oda wa awale negu anenye sa
awale negu
that's what
I know there
na me show say wo ka kire ukru so afa ntonu so tie onkonye no bebo amane
did you bet to me di ba so mo fanyam.
The one person on your mad one could be careful or see men. Abroad, you see men. Your friend, you see men trying D. How do you see D men? Maybe some will say, maybe some will say, also say then D. Nyem. That's why. Why? That's it. Nice backup. Abna wada. You are your moderator nada. You must sign Abna day. That was 7. I think that in conclusion, I believe that a young man has a case. His case is that the wife is coming. For the fear of the wife, he wants to have a plan B. Should I tell my wife or don't tell my wife? I will encourage you to seek for counseling, because telling your wife is not the solution to the pregnancy. The young lady should know you're married. Ask her the state of the pregnancy. What does she want to do with a 4-month pregnancy? How does she want you to be? Is she looking for a husband and a father, or looking for a father and a husband? Go as it stands. If you decide to marry her because of the pregnancy, something else can come up. So I will encourage you to seek for help. I will encourage you to seek for counseling. But before you come for counseling, have a discussion with her. Or better still, come for counseling so you know what to ask her. And it's an encouragement to the rest of us that if you're a married man sleeping around, and that is what you want to do it with mature girls, not easy go girls who maybe have boldness to tell everybody I'm pregnant, but I will not give it to him. I have a story that I have to share. that a young lady got pregnant and told a friend that and the child is 9 years. Now their friendship has fallen apart. And the lady has come to announce to the man that my friend had a child with you and didn't tell you. So that child there is yours. The man has gone to do a DNA. And last week, Wednesday, the results came. He wants to go and fight the girl back and collect the son. The other lady says, don't mention my name. Another one to escape death. Because after breaking up with a certain key personality in Nigeria, she went on social media to talk. And wrong identity, wrong people were killed in her place. Let's be careful the way we talk. How I wish I can have a lady who can have a child for me and will not make noise. How I wish I can have sex with somebody who can keep it forever. Cannot even remind me myself. It is painful to even hear somebody sharing your sex life with her. We would give me a metan. Would give me a menai or so. We are born in kotikiti. Would do as you say, Kramai. These are not conversations. That is how far we have come. So, young man, this girl who is pregnant, if you don't take care, somebody will announce to your wife without you. Have a conversation with the girl, but seek for help, because it is a man's right to announce pregnancy to the family, and it's the family's right to announce babies to the wife and her family. Thank you for joining me today. It's been a fruitful discussion from the beginning. Once again, let me say that I have to apologize on behalf of Pastor La with a video that is trending around on the life of Obapa Christian. It is an indecent way of speaking to an ex-wife. No matter what has happened between you and your ex-wife, insulting her with her virginity is not the best. Let's seek for counseling to learn how to be patient and calm, because people will definitely annoy you. You have to learn how to manage the annoyance. Self-control is a key word. The management of your feelings, the management of your actions, and the management of your thoughts. Macro Ginger Honey Chips 0277 609 644. In America, you have the same one in pouches 862 215 2007. MSP 30 for women who are menstruating and having menstrual difficulties and painful menstruation. Order yours now. 0277 609 644. Thank you very much, Kofi Cheba, for on Facebook and TikTok. Thank you all very much on TikTok. Abna and Yaofan, thank you for staying and sticking and staying with me. If you have any counseling issue, call me on 0277 609 644. Good night. Good evening. I am out of here. God willing, I'll come your way again.